Demo 12 is great. We've got our Ajax powered web application, but we can make it better. And let me show you what I mean by that. When I select, let's say a 15% increase, or let's make it 25% increase, I'll choose Get Details, and let me pop each one of these pins on the map one at a time. And you'll notice that, first of all, the pins stay here on the map, which may be the way that we want it. And also, you can click the pin, by the way, and that will show up. And you also have zoom control, click and drag. So this is great, but let me show you what happens if I were to change it. Let's say that I'm a visitor. You always have to put yourself in the you have to look at your web-based applications from the standpoint of someone who's coming to your website with fresh eyes, and they're going to use this. They're going to click everything on here. So let's say that I said, okay, great, you've shown me everything with population growth greater than 25%, but what if I want to adjust it down to 20%? So it says Get Details, 13 counties with growth greater than 20%. But notice that our pins are still on here. So I'll click Get Details, and I can start clicking on these. And yeah, they'll show up, but I still have data from the last one. So let me hit the refresh and show you probably a more concrete example. Let's say that I start with 15% increase, and I start clicking some of these data points. Okay, and then I want to change it to 25%. Well, these data points should probably go away, and that's what I'm going to do in demo 13. So let me show you how that works. Demo 13, here we go. Very similar to before. Let's start with 15%, Get Details. I'm going to click a few of these data points, and you see they start to show up on the map. Very handy. But as soon as I change the drop down to, say, from 15 to 25, these pins are going to go away. So then it takes away that information. I can choose Get Details. Now I'm starting with a blank slate, and I can click anywhere on the map, or any one of these points, and it will show up on the map. So that's a big improvement from a usability standpoint. And the code is very, very easy. So all I've done, Demo 13 is the same as Demo 12, but we have to fire off some extra jQuery code when we change the dropdown. So here's where that select box is with an ID of growth. Here's our change function, and that's always been there. And previously what it was doing was it was grabbing this Ajax information, so we're still doing that. All I'm doing is, before we close off this function, I'm adding mapstraction dot remove all markers, and because I've set the variable of mapstraction beforehand, I can use that here. So I can use mapstraction dot remove all markers, and then the parentheses here. So that's going to make a call to the mapstraction JavaScript, the library to interact with the Google Map, and it's going to say remove all those markers. So as soon as I change that drop down, it's just going to wipe the slate clean, and then we're going to be able to add pins back to the map. So Demo 13, we just added this one line, but just adding that one line really made a dramatic change to the usability. So there's another demo to follow where we're going to take this yet another step forward.